Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic. Keek on the mic, Keek on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. And Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you also follow me on all my social media platforms to stay connected with all Keek on the Mic news. So, Bears fans, I have an interesting development as it pertains to the Chicago Bears. Obviously, as we all know, during the NFL draft, the Chicago Bears, Ryan Poles did not address the edge position for our football team. So we still kind of have a gaping hole in terms of at the edge rusher position. So I can definitely see the Chicago Bears adding maybe at least one, maybe two more guys at the position just to add a little bit more competition. Because as we all know, we still have a lot of work to do as a football team, especially in terms of the defensive line. We got the tackles in place, right? Especially in the draft by collecting a couple of defensive tackles, but once again, he did not add any edge rushers or defensive ends, not only in free agency, but also in the NFL draft. But I wanted to come on here and give you guys a quick development and something interesting that I want to share with you guys. When asked on ESPN 1000 about if he will sign any edge rushers, Chicago Bears general manager Ryan Poles said that he is actively looking to improve the team and maybe something will happen soon. And obviously, this is a very interesting development because I understood that Ryan Poles just wouldn't ignore the edge rusher position on this football team. I think he understands that he still needs to add, but at the same time, there's still probably a couple positions that he needs to add to this football team. There were many holes on the Chicago Bears roster that he needed to address. I think he understands that it wasn't all going to happen in one offseason. Obviously, there may be a couple of options for the Chicago Bears, rather it's free agency or maybe via trade to add maybe a solid edge rusher to this Chicago Bears football team. But it's definitely interesting that when asked about it, he said that maybe something will happen soon. And I know that with Ryan Poles, he is very persistent. He will get the job done. If he wants something, he will go out and get it. But at the same time, we all know that Ryan Poles is also going to be smart. Some of the options out there, I came on here the other day and talked about some options about possible edge rushers that the Chicago Bears can add. We talked about Leonard Floyd. We talked about Justin Houston. Maybe if you're thinking about trade, there's Carl Lawson. Obviously, there's Chase Young. So when Ryan Poles came out and said this, right, about maybe something that will happen soon, that created a lot of buzz amongst Bears fans over social media, thinking that, you know what, maybe something's getting close to being done. Maybe Chase Young is getting ready to become a Chicago Bear. I know Chase Young has kind of been on social media talking a lot about Justin Fields. I know him and Justin Fields are really close from their days at Ohio State. So I know a lot of people are saying, well, maybe Chase Young is going to be a Bear. Then Carl Lawson came up maybe via trade. So a lot of things can happen, but I do know firsthand that Ryan Poles is persistent. I know he'll get the job done. I know he's not done adding to this roster. I know that he will continue to look to find better options at the edge position, but I do know that is a gaping hole at the moment. I know they added a little bit there, but I can definitely see him adding maybe one or two more guys just to continue to add competition to this football team. But I do want to let you guys know once again that Ryan Poles is only going to do what's best for the Chicago Bears. He's not going to go out and just sign guys just because we need them. He wants to make sure they fit the culture, that he wants to make sure they fit the scheme, right? All that comes into play when he's signing players to the Chicago Bears football team. But once again, I just wanted to come on here and give you guys this quick development. And this is definitely something to monitor in the next couple of weeks, because once again, he said maybe something will happen soon. So that means something probably will happen soon in terms of Bears adding the edge rusher to the Chicago Bears football team. So we'll just have to wait and see. And I'll try to do my best to keep you updated as the news comes out of Chicago. But before I let you guys go, let me ask you guys this. If the Chicago Bears do, in fact, add an edge rusher in the next couple of weeks, whether it's free agency or via trade, who do you think the Chicago Bears will add to the roster? Let me know down below in the comment section. Before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, back for all new Bears podcasts right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it,